to see the sky. I've heard it's bright at the top of the ocean.
Families, to our live reading of The Journey of the Noble Gnarble. Miss D here, coming from the magical underwaterness of her house. We're excited that we have a musical theater camp this year based off this book, so we hope you'll enjoy this book as much as we do. The Journey of the Noble Gnarble. Far below the ocean's wave, a Gnarble lay in bed. All night long his Gnarble dreams kept swimming in his head. He dreamt a dream of swimming up to see the sky above, lit up by the sun and colors he just knew he'd love. But Narbles never swam that high. Their fins were much too small. Their tails were thin and floppy, which didn't help at all. This Gnarble liked his fins and had no problem with his tail. So when he woke, he knew that he couldn't and wouldn't fail. I'm swimming up above the waves to see the sky of blue. I've never seen it even once, and now it's time I do. The other Narbles warned him that he shouldn't swim so high, as did the Blyfish family that always swam close by. No Narbles ever swum that high. It simply isn't done. A Blyfish might make the trip, but we know you are not one. Narbles don't have flappers like us Blyfish do. You don't even have coggers like the swimming Gungaloo. But the Gnarble didn't listen. He left his friends behind. No silly Blyfish family could ever change his mind. He swam up past the boulders made of spongy gishy gosh and flew right over by the herd of floating, feeding flipple-flosh. His fins were getting tired, but he knew he couldn't stop, so he kept swimming faster, trying hard to reach the top. Just then, a hungry Warkle blocked the Noble with his fin. He grabbed him by his tail and brought him right to his chin. I've never had a Gnarble. This would be a tasty treat. But you're much too thin and bony for a fish like me to eat. Whew. So the Gnarble just kept swimming and didn't dare to stop until he heard the sound of a great big bubble pop. He turned around to see that he was in a bit of trouble. The sound he heard was that of a silver subba-lubble. The Gnarble tried to hide somewhere that he could safely stay, but the subba-lubble saw him and was headed right his way. There's a subba-lubble. Mr. Subba-lubble, please don't eat me for lunch. I'll bring a yummy plant instead for you to sit and munch. I've never seen a Gnarble try to swim this high before. What is it, little fishy, that you're up here looking for? If I could see the sky just once, I'd be a happy fish. To do one flip above the waves would be my only wish. Well, sorry, silly Gnarble, but I cannot let you go. It's subba-lubble dinner time. You should have stayed below. The Gnarble cowered back in fear and shook from fin to fin, but then he saw a school of fish called the Shiny Glimmy Glen. The Glimmy Glim swam right past the Subble-Ubble's face, and the Narble grabbed a Glimmy fin and quickly left that place. The Narble swam up higher still until he saw some light. He knew it had to be the sun, and oh, it was a sight. Closely by, a plink was sleeping. Lying on its back, he rubbed his giant belly and dreamed about a snack. The Narble smiled happily and set his fins a-swimming. He didn't see the plink wake up, for he was busy grinning. The Narble almost made it to the surface of the sea, but the plink chomped down and swallowed him as if he were a pea. Uh-oh. The Narble sat inside the plink and started softly crying. He'd never make it out. So was there even a point of trying? The Narble knew he'd come too close to quit and give up now. There must be some way out of here. There's gotta be somehow. So the Narble swam around inside, trying very hard to think. And while he did, his floppy tail was tickling the plink. The plink was very ticklish. He couldn't hold it in. He tried to cover up his laugh with his giant plinkish fin. His mouth was open long enough for the Narble to swim free. He swam so fast that hungry plink didn't have time to see. Far below the ocean floor, above the Narble's home, above the fly fish families and the dancing water gnomes, above the swimming Gungalow and the slimy Dundledun, a Narble flipped above the waters and smiled at the sun. The journey's now done. The end. We hope you enjoyed the journey of the Noble Gnarble. I'm happy he got to see the sun, and we can't wait to see you this summer to experience the fun. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you have a lovely night. Until we see you all again, good night, good night, good night.